Let me start with a deadly question. Why do certain people intimidate others without saying a single word? They don't posture, they don't show off, they don't raise their voice, but the moment they walk in, the air shifts. People correct their tone, eyes lower, conversations soften, even the loud ones hesitate. Machiavelli said, "True power is not performed, true power is felt." These individuals don't dominate with force, they dominate with presence, a presence shaped by silence, self-control, emotional depth, and an aura that whispers, "I'm not here to compete, I'm here to observe." If you stay with me until the end, you'll understand the 3 psychological archetypes that naturally command respect, trigger insecurity, and make people rethink how they speak, act, and position themselves around them. This isn't intimidation by aggression. This is intimidation by essence. This is the personality that scares people without ever intending to. They don't talk much, not because they're shy, but because they're calculating. Every word is measured. Every silence is intentional. Every reaction is delayed just long enough to make others reveal themselves. Machiavelli admired this type because silence is not their weakness, it's their weapon. They listen more than they speak. They watch more than they participate. They think 3 layers deeper than everyone else in the room. And that calmness, it unsettles people. Humans fear what they can't read. And you can't read a mind that hides its impulses so well that even chaos can't shake it. The quiet strategist intimidates because they never rush, they never overshare, they never seek approval, and they never react emotionally. You don't know what they're thinking. You don't know what they want. You don't know how much they've already figured out. And that uncertainty is exactly what gives them the upper hand long before any conflict begins. This personality intimidates people by simply refusing to be normal. They don't blend in. They don't follow the crowd. They don't adapt to group expectations just to feel included. Their authenticity is sharp, unfiltered, uncompromising, and that alone is enough to make insecure people uncomfortable. They live by their own rules. They dress how they want. They speak how they want. They think independently in a world addicted to conformity. Machiavelli said the most dangerous human is the one who doesn't fear social rejection, because you cannot control a mind that has nothing to prove. The unapologetic individualist doesn't seek approval because their validation comes from within, and that self-sufficiency creates a psychological tension. People don't know whether to admire them or feel threatened by them. Their existence is a silent rebellion. Every choice says, "I belong to myself," and nothing intimidates society more than someone who doesn't need it. This is the one people fear the most, not because they're cold, but because their emotions don't control them. You can't guilt them. You can't manipulate them. You can't pressure them into reacting. They don't explode. They don't chase, they don't cling, they don't beg for clarity, attention, or reassurance. Their calmness under stress creates panic in everyone else. Machiavelli believed that the most powerful person in any room is the one who remains still when others lose their composure. These individuals mastered the art of detachment. They let go quickly. They walk away easily. They protect their peace ruthlessly. People fear them because you can't provoke them, you can't break them, you can't emotionally corner them. Their silence is authority. Their boundaries are unshakable. Their energy is heavy. Not because they're hostile, but because they're immune to emotional sabotage. They intimidate not by force, but by psychological neutrality. Here's the truth. Most people never admit out loud. Strong personalities don't intimidate everyone. They intimidate the insecure. The louder someone reacts to you, the more they're revealing about themselves, not about you. Weak minds fear unpredictability, emotional self-control, independence, silence, people who don't need approval. And these three personality types embody all of that. The quiet strategist exposes impulsiveness by simply staying calm. The individualist exposes conformity by refusing to fit in. The emotionally untouchable exposes emotional immaturity just by setting a boundary. Machiavelli said, "People fear what reminds them of their inadequacy." So when these intimidating personalities show up, others project their insecurities onto them. He's arrogant. She's cold. Who does he think he is? They're not reacting to you. They're reacting to the parts of themselves they've never developed. Your strength irritates their weakness. Your silence triggers their noise. Your clarity disrupts their confusion. This isn't intimidation. It's psychological contrast. And contrast makes people uncomfortable, especially the ones who hide from themselves. Watch how people behave around intimidating personalities. Everything changes. Voices soften. Posture changes. Jokes become safer. Opinions become hesitant. People start watching their words as if subconsciously seeking approval from someone who isn't even trying to lead. Why does this happen? Because these personalities carry what Machiavelli called implicit authority. Authority created not by rank, not by money, not by physical dominance, but by psychological balance. People instinctively defer to those who look like they know what they're doing, who look unshaken, who look centered. Even animals sense it. Groups of people sense it. Rooms sense it. Your energy sets the tone long before your words do. This is why the intimidating personality never has to force dominance. People offer it to them without realizing they've already adjusted their behavior to avoid losing respect from someone they secretly admire. This isn't manipulation. This is gravity. Here's the part nobody sees. Intimidating personalities weren't born this way. They were shaped. The quiet strategist became quiet because they grew up in environments where observing was safer than speaking. The individualist became unapologetic because life punished them every time they betrayed themselves to fit in. The emotionally untouchable became detached because they learned the hard way that emotional control is the only escape from manipulation, chaos, and heartbreak. Their aura wasn't inherited. It was earned, forged, built from wounds that didn't break them. They sharpened them. Machiavelli said the strongest leaders carry invisible scars, not weakness, but memory. Memory of what happens when you let people too close, too easily, too quickly. Their intimidating presence isn't a mask. It's a defense system. One crafted in silence, maintained through discipline, and refined by experience. People fear them, but they rarely understand what it cost them to become this way. And here's the final truth Machiavelli would whisper. The most intimidating personalities are the ones who don't need validation to feel powerful. They don't seek dominance. It happens naturally. They don't control others. People control themselves around them. They don't demand respect. Their presence earns it. This is the highest form of psychological power, being someone others cannot ignore, even in silence. The quiet strategist commands respect through stillness. The individualist commands respect through authenticity. The emotionally untouchable commands respect through unshakable inner peace. Together, these traits form something rare, a presence that makes the world take one step back and look twice. Not because you're dangerous, but because you're sovereign, because you belong to no one, because you live by your own laws. Machiavelli would say, power is not taken, power is recognized. And once people recognize yours, everything about how they treat you changes forever.